Hurricane relief. Can you tell us what HUD is doing? And today you're announcing that you're cutting some red tape to help the devastated areas.
Yeah, well, first of all, the people in Puerto Rico have suffered just tremendously. I mean, the island has been decimated. They have very little in the way of workable power grid, essential services, even food and water has been a challenge. And of course, housing is devastated. So we're looking at ways that we can speed the recovery along, recognizing, for instance, that some of the regulations are obtrusive. Communication, dissemination of information that had to be in place. Well, their communication systems are down, so obviously there need to be some waivers regarding that. Using some of the funding for building, particularly CDBG funding. There's regulations against that. I think we can waive some of those because a lot of the buildings cannot be salvaged and will need to be rebuilt. Public comment, it has to be 30 days. Well, a lot of people can be dead in 30 days, so shortening that comment period to 7 days. You can use, up to 15% of funding for public services. Well, it may be necessary to waive that because you may need more public services. Dissemination of food and water may actually be more essential at one time than it normally is. So, we're looking at all the things that actually make sense. And I know that sort of goes against bureaucracy, but we're getting away from that.
How long do you think, knowing of the devastation, how long do you think HUD will be involved, whether it's Houston or Florida or Puerto Rico? Is this months, is this years?
Well, HUD was involved before any of the hurricanes hit because we knew they were coming. So we had people on the ground already immediately assessing the situation of HUD-assisted families, looking at the structures, and we will be there until the conclusion, which will be years from now.
Years from now.
Yes.
Any idea how many years?
Somewhere between 1 and 100.
Okay. Some have criticized